This program is proudly brought to you by the VAFA Live Official app. With live scores, team stats, player stats and much, much more. Everything you need for the VAFA in the palm of your hand. Download it from the App Store or Google Play now.
I'm Josh Pianco here for Complete Sports Management at Basil Street Reserve, and we've just seen St Kevin's defeat Kew 18-16. I'm here with Margaret Gleeson and Tommy Purcell, the coach of St Kevin's. Kew coming in, Tommy, I think one loss for the season. Really good win today, 2 points. How do you feel afterwards?
Very, very happy man, very, very happy coach. But look, Kew are a fantastic football club, and they've got a tremendous team. They've obviously had success in the Northern League, coming to the amateurs and quality players across the field. And we knew it was going to be a tough clash, and we knew that they'd never die and never surrender. And it was just 4 quarters of really top quality pressure football. And I guess at the end of the day, we deserved to win, but we're also fortunate because Kew also played well enough, and we were lucky to be in front at the end of the game. But just a great game of footy. The spirit was played really well. The umpires were fantastic. So, it was amateur football at its very best.
Yeah, it was fantastic to watch, and you're always a pleasure to interview after a win, Tommy. I understand there's a club function tonight, so it was particularly important to get the win.
Well, Bolsey owes the girls a few drinks, I think, because he's been mouthing off if we get up today that he'll do a few shouting. So over to you, Bolsey. But look, we've got an important function tonight with the club. It's our May Day get together, our community gathering. So we've got a lot of teams. So I'm just glad the girls have success today, so they can enjoy it tonight as well. But they still would have enjoyed it the same. But I'll have to have a good time. But my daughter's going to America, so I've got to be home. I'm not going to be there, so I'll be out of trouble.
Nice, Tommy. And Margaret, you played up forward today. Really important centre-half forward link-up role, sort of 18 possessions, 11 hit-outs, 4 tackles. Really big performance from you today. How did you feel?
Good. I like playing that role. I'm confident with my hands, a little bit less so with my feet, so it's good to have some reliable goal kickers to link up with. Yeah,
you're part of a really important forward trio today, Cropley, yourself and Cameron. How did you feel when Cameron took that big mark with 10 minutes to go and kicked the winner?
Very good. I was very confident. She's a great kick, and particularly in pressure moments, I had all the confidence that it was going straight through.
Fantastic. And Tommy, just for you, really high pressure, a lot of tackling, hard-fought game today. Just a great win, sort of the win you can build a season on. What do you reckon?
Yeah, we've still got a lot of things we've got to work on, but the theme today was courage. I thought both teams showed an enormous amount of courage. As you were saying, Josh, the contest at the ball, the tackling, the pressure that was applied for the whole game. It's just enjoyable to see women's footy and their skills and their determination and their courage and the way they're playing this game of football. I've been coaching 30 years and I've had as much enjoyment and fun out of this game than I've had any other time. So, I'm proud of the girls and I love Scobs and I love the footy.
It's a great way to wrap it up. All right, I'm Josh for Complete Sports Management. We've just seen St Kevin's defeat Kew 18-16, and I'll throw it over to my colleague now who's interviewing Kew. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much, Josh. I'm here with Kew head coach Theo Vlahos and Selena Wilmot. A tough game today. I'll start with you, Theo. Unfortunately, couldn't get the 4 points, but it was a very tight contest, wasn't it?
It sure was, yeah. The scores were never more than, probably a goal apart, and 2 very committed sides. And, when you have games like that, one team usually wins, one team usually loses. And fortunately, we were the losers today. But, I'm very, very happy with the way our girls compete and the way they try their hearts out, for the whole 80 minutes. So, we'll go back, train, see if we can win the next one, Nick.
Absolutely. It was a very high-pressure game throughout, lots of tackling. They sort of shut down your ability to break the lines, and that's where you've kicked a lot of goals this year. And it happened a bit last week as well against Melbourne Uni. Have you noticed a bit of a change in the way teams prepare for playing Kew?
Oh, well, it's fairly obvious that a couple of our on-ballers are going to get tagged pretty heavily, and Danny was tagged very heavily today. So that's just something we've got to get used to, and she's got to get used to. We're a bit stiff this morning. Joelle, one of our starting on-ballers, had to pull out with a knee, so that left us probably one rotation short. But Doze came in, stepped up. A couple of others went through the middle. While you're winning games and you're sitting in the top 1 or 2, anyone below you is going to target you, and they come after you. So we've just got to be wary of that. We've got to work hard, which we do. But today we just didn't get across the line. So a couple of our players have got to take a little bit of the load off our 2 or 3 main on-ballers and start stepping up a bit. But again, everyone tries incredibly hard, and I'm disappointed with the loss, but I'm certainly not disappointed with the effort.
Absolutely. It was a strong effort, especially by yourself, Selena. 10 tackles today. Is that sort of what you base your game on, a bit of the pressure sort of element?
Yes, I'm definitely a tackler. I'm not as much of a kicker, but tackling's my favourite part of the game. And particularly being in the back line, locking it all down, that's what I try and do.
Absolutely. And how did you see the team's performance today?
Particularly the girls in the back line who I was playing with, I thought they did an amazing effort. The other team was a really good competitor. It's just converting into goals, I think. That was the only thing that let us down. So I think, we did a very good job.
Absolutely. It was a very tough game. Unfortunately, couldn't come away with the win. That's all from us at Basil Street Reserve today, where St Kev's Old Boys have come out victors by 2 points over Kew.
This has been another Complete Sports Management production.